Last December, I paid to participate in a 15-mile obstacle course race with 5 of my closest friends. On the day, it was 35 degrees, it was raining, there was mud, there was barbed wire, there was obstacles to jump over. There was also thousands of people. So when I finally crawled myself over that finish line, I could think of one simple thing. I want to have a beer and share my experience with the rest of my friends. And I wanted to hear what they had gone through also, because no two experiences are the same. So I stood by the finish line with 1,000 spectators, and I waited. And then 2 hours later, I found that my friends had already finished the race. They had already gotten warm, gotten dried, they'd had their beer, and it was time to go home. So as a racer, I love the race. The blood, the mud, the glory. But as a spectator, my experience was not what I had expected, nor what I had paid for. Now, I was so intent on finding my friends that I had not done anything else. I had not spent any money. I was so intent on examining every face that came across that finish line that I disregarded any other opportunity there was at the event. The businesses missed out on the added revenue that I represented. Now, if I was provided a solution, a tool to use to be able to locate, monitor, and track my racers while on the course, I could have planned my experience a whole lot differently. I could have gone and gotten that cup of coffee, stayed warm. I could have bought that overpriced t-shirt. And I still could have been back at the finish line to meet up with my friends, take pictures, and have a group celebration. Now let's think about your experiences. How many times have you foregone going to the local park? Instead, you wanted to meet your friends at Six Flags for a day. You don't want to go swim in your own swimming pool in the backyard. You want to take your family and kids out for a day at the water park. 54% of a person's discretionary income is spent on these exact experiences. And 82% of us will go to an amusement park more than 4 times just in this year. We spend hundreds, even thousands of dollars to be thrilled, entertained, and excited for a single day. Now, if your focus is averted from enjoying yourself and instead you're focused on reconnecting with the group that you want to share your experience with, or heaven forbid you lose a child, then you are no longer enjoying yourself and you are no longer spending money. As human beings, our most primal need is to have and share these kinds of experiences with others. So as a leader in the amusement industry, Disney Entertainments and Resorts, they believe in a philosophy. The people that come to their parks, they are not their customers, they are their guests. But they also believe that they have to generate revenue. They know that each one of their guests represents $145 per person per day. With this in mind, they spent $1 billion to create Magic Bands. Magic Bands is a proprietary system for Disney. It is an RFID technology that allows you to swipe your wristbands and create a simple experience. Their guests can do things like open their hotel room door, enter their park, use their Fast Pass, as well as make payments. It also allows Disney to locate all of their guests while they're in their park. Just a simple swipe of the wrists, Disney knows that you were there. But where did you go after that? Now you're also thinking in these types of scenarios, I have an app for that. Yes, you do. Any of you iPhone users knows what Find My Friends is? Works wonderfully when you're working between iPhone users. But what about Android? And also, have you ever tried using that in a wave pool at a water park? That's pretty much what cell phone insurance was made for. Also, the power drain on that drains your battery so quickly that you wind up with a very expensive paperweight. Now, Primal Sensors is an end-to-end solution for businesses to provide real-time location tracking for their guests while they're at their venues. We use long-range radio frequency technology connected through a beacon mesh network. This network will connect between beacons up to 2 miles apart. Each of our tracking tags will connect to that network up to a half a mile apart. We've now provided a long-range solution that connects over miles of terrain. It also works indoors. This is also a fraction of the cost of a GPS solution for a business to implement. Now also remember that power draw on that application? Each one of our tags will last for 6 days before it needs recharging. This is our baseline technology, and just like Magic Bands, we can add on to the functionality of this. Can you imagine the amount of real-time crowd flow data that is generated over a single day's use? These venues can use this information to design their parks more efficiently and upgrade their security offerings. It allows for proximity alerts, so that if somebody wanders into a dangerous or unauthorized area, you're going to know. We've even gone so far as to add on a call button onto these tags. So if you're at a Vegas venue pool and you need another round of drinks for you and your friends, and there's not a waitress in sight, that venue can provide for you a luxury beverage service experience simply with a click of the button. And it's all because they know exactly where you are at their venue. My name is Jerry King. I'm the CEO of Primal Sensors. I'm an avid obstacle course racer, as well as I have 10+ years in hospitality and event management. Primal Sensors utilizes a hardware element, as well as a very robust software platform. With this in mind, I've put together a genius and motivated crew. Andrew Davis has 16+ years in hardware and product management from 3M, Kodak, and Siemens. And Orlando Caro has 15+ years in software engineering and security. All three of us have committed our time and our efforts into the future of Primal Sensors. Now, if you wanted to track anything, anywhere, using any technology, this market is $270 billion. Primal Sensors focuses on amusement and recreational venues in predetermined boundaries, including amusement parks, water parks, marathons, triathlons, as well as cruise lines and ski resorts. Our market is $5.3 billion. With future expansion of our product, as well as expanding globally, we can reach a market of $27.9 billion. Now, over the past couple of months, we've been able to reach significant traction. I am proud to announce that we do have our first site. This is a water park in Virginia Beach, Virginia. It is 5 acres large and has 280,000 attendees each year. We also have 2 other proposals out for consideration, one of which is with NRH2O Water Park in North Richland Hills here in Texas. We also have 6 other requests for more information and follow-up. And our lead adopter in Virginia is attached to a management company with 9 other water parks in its network that we will have access to for next season. So our sales pipeline is also matched by our product. Over the past couple of months, we've used minimal resources in order to completely prototype, engineer, and manufacture a complete hardware system. So we can bring this to market tomorrow. In order to continue to get and grow our business, we focus on 3 key areas. First, we're nurturing key partnerships with organizations that believe in our vision. And we appreciate Mark Roy from Sports Stats for coming down and introducing us today. We've also joined up with key trade associations, the World Water Park Association, the Association of Amusement Parks. With this, we gain access to their membership lists that we can use for a direct sales strategy. Finally, one of our most important elements is being able to demonstrate this for the industry. Over the next year, there are 6 conventions and trade shows that we will be participating in and presenting this to the decision makers so that they can test it, operate it, and they can showcase the value. Generating a single B2B site will allow us to generate $55,000 in minimum recurring revenues per year. So the way we introduce this into the venues, we focus on 2 models. Both of these are focused on lowering the barriers to entry and getting the technology into the venue and used, as well as generating recurring revenues for both the business and for Primal Sensors. In the pay-per-use model, this offers a no-risk implementation focus. They pay a single yearly license fee, and they get the infrastructure and platform completely free. Every time they use one of our tags, they pay us a minimum fee. Now they can upgrade their technology and provide a valuable tracking service for their guests, as well as pay for that service using revenues that they are generating. For the next season, we try and graduate them into a subscription model. The subscription model is very key for weekly and consistent operations. This allows for fixed costs. They actually buy the infrastructure and platform at cost plus basis, and they can forecast how often they're actually going to use our system. And if they need to reload on instances of use, they can do so at a premium rate. So we are seeking $450,000 in convertible note funding. This will allow us to operate at break-even revenues starting in 2017. It will also allow us to hit our volume cost targets for both the hardware infrastructure and the operational platform. All the while, we will be expanding into vertical markets such as the ski resorts, destination resorts, and cruise lines. In closing, Primal Sensors has a usable product, and we have been able to capture our first customer. We are a validated and valuable solution using proven technology that is cost-effective for the industry. Primal Sensors protects the opportunity for engagement and revenue generation for the venue, as well as enhancing the guest experience. Thank you all for your time. Come see us after all the rest of the pitches. We'll be wearing the Primal Sensors green shirts. Enjoy the rest of your experience. Thank you.